Previously on Tales of Familial Eternity.
You see a wood elven prince, a sun elf noble. There's a tiefling knight. There's also a halfling noble and some sort of water genji scholar. You definitely recognize that sun elf, though. Seems to be your dad.
Water? Go. Bye.
I mean, if we're cousins, that would probably explain why you have the ring on me.
So, I guess you're my big sister then. Or big brother now. Yeah, I've done my travels here and there, but it's not usually for like adventuring.
Oh, what do you travel for then?
I've been looking for someone for quite a while, and to no avail really. You're kind of just like fidgeting with like a little thing that you have in your pockets. Where did you get this?
I've had that for as long as I can remember.
Oh my god. I've been looking for you this whole time.
What?
I'm glad we're all having like such great moments where we're finding more out about ourselves and all this fucking self-discovery shit. Have fun being royalty over there. I'm just gonna be a normal person. The feast is actually going to begin shortly, so now will be the time for everybody to like grab a seat. Everyone lifts up their glasses and takes a drink. Suddenly, everyone is starting to cough. The queen sort of sees this and she kind of like screams. Everyone who isn't dying though, they're staying right here.
Which I think is like 4 or 5 people.
Oh god, is this a murder mystery?
This is a pretty closed environment. If someone were to poison everybody, the person would be here in this room. So I guess we're gonna have to figure this out then.
Yep.
So, what do you guys want to do now?
Perception check or investigation check?
Okay, what do you want to, like, what are you trying to investigate right now?
Just looking at all of the people in the room.
Okay.
Yeah, might be wise to do that.
Yeah, may as well. So
Alright.
that's more of a perception, though. That's more perception.
Yeah, that would be perception.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perceive.
So let's do a perception
That's a
check.
5 plus 3, 8.
Okay.
That's a 13 plus perception, right?
Yep.
3, so that's 16.
18 plus 2, so that's 20, and she is squinting right at her dad.
Okay. So,
not the time.
Jesus, calm down, Solis. So, Devora, what was Devora's role again?
8.
8? Okay. You and Phoenix, your perception skills are not super great right now. I mean, what you guys can tell, you two specifically, is that the queen does not look okay with this.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Like, she's shaking a whole bunch, and it looks like she's on the verge of tears. This is not how she wanted to spend her birthday.
I do feel like Josh is just like patting her back, trying to calm her down.
That helps a little bit. Also, now she's really crying.
Aww.
She's just very not okay with what's happening.
Now Josh is gonna hug her.
Ah, and now there's gross tears all over him. So good job on that. But Solis and Josh are a little bit preoccupied, but you can still kind of tell what's happening.
Yeah.
So Solis and Josh look over everybody else who's standing here. Maxwell is keeping his composure, but you can tell like he is fuming over this.
Yeah.
Rightly so.
Rightly so.
Yeah.
Solis, your dad looks a little bit nervous. Just, this wasn't expected. Galen looks like confused mostly. A lot of this is happening really suddenly, and it seems like he was caught a bit off guard over it. Confused and concerned. The tiefling is fidgeting pretty bad now. It seems like she's like trying to figure out what to do with her hands, and there's no answer. The halfling noble Solis that you were hanging out with is kind of like, eh. You don't read much of a reaction from her, which is surprising. In fact, she's just kind of like eating from the food.
Not too concerned about the food possibly being poisoned, huh?
Yeah, she's good about it. She's fine. And then we have the Water Genji scholar who's just kind of being quiet and just like looking at everyone else, just like a little bit nervous, like, who am I even with right now? Like, what is this?
We're not rolling for initiative, right? So it's just free talk?
It's just free talk right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not fighting anybody now.
Do you really want to fight your dad that bad?
But I mean, if she must.
I mean, you could. I mean, the fingers haven't started being pointed at people yet, so...
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the other thing to note is that the queen is freaking out a little bit and kind of crying, and last time I checked, Josh is comforting her. So that's the other thing of note.
Yeah, and he's still doing that.
Yep.
Poor Regina.
Yeah.
I know.
This is very upsetting for her. This was her birthday. She didn't particularly like her party, but she didn't want people to die during it.
Who would want to?
Yeah, like this isn't fun. What if she drank from it? Then she would have been poisoned too. This is very unsettling.
Was there a reason why she didn't drink the wine herself?
You could ask. You can ask her or Maxwell.
Okay.
But yeah, it's very obvious that like she didn't partake of it herself. Because she's still here. Okay, so does Solis want to go over and like talk to Maxwell or talk to Regina?
I think Solis will talk to Regina.
Okay. You know, you get up from your table and you walk over to her part. She's still she's still sitting in her throne, but now there's like a little table in front of her. I'm imagining that Josh is like kind of bending down a little bit and like hugging her, but she's still actually seated on the throne.
Yeah.
And by this point, like, she's kind of hiccuping a little bit, but like the tears have mostly stopped.
Aww.
Yeah. Also, a thing to take note is that Maxwell is watching you from the corner of his eye.
Hey there, Regina. Are you doing all right?
No.
I'm glad that you didn't drink from the wine, though.
Yeah, I guess I'm really glad too. I don't want to be dead. It's bad enough that my guests are dying.
Did you notice anything weird before everyone, that?
Well, no, not really. But, the thing is, I'm not really allowed to drink from the wine yet because I'm not old enough, so it's just filled with cranberry juice.
Well, that's a smart move on the chef's part.
Yeah, so I guess whoever did this didn't think to poison the cranberry juice.
And they didn't think to poison you specifically.
Yeah.
Well, seeing as we're all locked up in this room for I don't know how long, I feel like it's probably best if we start learning the names of everyone here, and I know that you've written everyone's names down in your little journal.
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind giving me a little explanation on who everyone is in this room?
Oh, sure. So she takes out her little journal and she starts flipping through. Does that sound like flipping through paper?
Very realistic.
Very realistic. Give Regina a second. Okay.
While you do that, I have a quick question. Did the two guards that were outside, like, come in when everybody started getting poisoned?
They did. They came in and they helped take some people away. You know, some of the sick away.
Okay, so I'm gonna say in the process of them coming in, Shadowstalker came in as well.
Okay, where is Shadowstalker? You're retconning all of my plan. Everything's ruined now.
Are you sure the little wolf is?
That's why I'm asking.
No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Shadowstalker, once Shadowstalker came into the room, he immediately went to Devora's side.
Okay. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun. I think.
Why the fuck is there a wolf in here?
Give me a second, and we'll address
Somebody
the fact
has
that we'll address that. But right now, we'll focus on Regina flipping through this book.
I should have asked that before we started. I'm sorry.
No,
the question just occurred to me.
No, it's cool. So yeah, you have your wolf by your side, and Regina's flipping through. through her journal, and she finally lands on the correct page, and she starts pointing out a couple of people. She first points over to Devora's brother. That's Galen Silverfron. He is a wood elven prince from the surface place. She flips a little bit more in her notes. That over there is Emerald. He is a sun elf noble, and he's very boring to talk to. Okay.
Oh, trust me, dear. I know. I don't think I need to know much about him.
Oh, okay. Are you sure?
Oh, I'm very sure.
Okay. That tiefling over there is Sonia Rivera. She is a knight from Norse Pass, and she's here on behalf of another noble who couldn't make it. I believe the noble's name is Brooks? I'm gonna say it's Brooks. She flips through a couple of more pages. Over there is Lori Scott. She is a halfling noble from Haling's Cove, I think. And lastly, that guy over there is Trevor Hollingway, and he's a scholar from Ironmaster, which I think is located on Finback? Yes. And then, well, you already know everyone in your party. And I guess that's basically it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And just for the record, the player herself does not remember all of these names.
Cool, it's fine. It's written down. Regina didn't make it up. Like, I have it in my notes, so.
I know, but just for the record, I'm so bad.
No, it's cool.
I think we're all pretty bad with names.
I could write it down for you if you guys would care for that.
Can if you want.
Copy paste that.
Oh, I can't do that. I have to write it.
I have to actually type it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So now you guys are gonna have to talk amongst yourselves while I type. I hate typing on this computer, by the way, because I'm not used to it. Watch me spell everybody's name wrong. This is gonna be fun.
Murder, am I right?
I
Kinda
imagine like Jesus.
Wow, we are having so much meaningful conversation.
I like to imagine that, like, for a few moments after Solis is talking with Regina, everyone is just, like, very quietly keeping to themselves. Just, we don't know what to do.
Just staring at each other.
Intensely.
Phoenix is just trying not to die.
Yeah.
Again.
He's, like, kind of eyeing his drink. He's mentally wondering, like, can I get away with drinking more of it without dying?
Devora sees him eyeing the drink. Don't even fucking think about it.
Hey,
you just got poisoned.
Look, besides the whole poison thing, it was good wine, though.
Oh my god.
Devora just kind of, like, slaps the drink and it falls to the ground.
Yeah, she reaches over and she slaps the drink.
He just, like, leans over and grabs Solis' drink.
Slaps it out of his hand again.
Look, there's a lot of guests here. We can keep doing this all day.
Fucking stop!
Thank you for typing all of this up, by the way.
Yeah, no problem. I'm sorry this is taking a while.
Nah. I could edit all of this in.
Or out, I guess. No, add more of this.
Add more. Make it 20 extra minutes long. Just nothing but silent typing.
Okay, so, yep, we have the names.
Let's continue on our quests to figure this shit out.
The murder mystery quest.
Yes.
After Solis gets all these names from Regina, Maxwell kind of looks up and notices, like, Who the fuck brought a wolf in here?
Oh, it's cool. Don't worry about it.
That thing's with you guys?
Yeah.
Of course. What did you expect? An owl?
I suppose I shouldn't have expected anything less from a group of adventurers, but I don't think it's a good idea to have a wolf in here.
Don't
especially
worry, he's
during...
fine! He's trained!
And he's not capable of poisoning drinks. I mean, look at those paws. They're so big.
He ain't that trained!
You know, you make a good point.
Thank you. And she just walks back to the table.
But Regina now has noticed that there's a giant wolf, and she immediately hops to her feet, completely forgetting about her brother. She's just like, oh, a puppy! And she just runs straight forward and just starts petting it.
Yes, this is exactly what I wanted.
and Maxwell kind of like tries to stop her, just like, Your Highness, please don't. Okay.
Hey, finish just calming her down. That's a plus for Devora.
Just let her have this, Maxwell.
He looks very uncomfortable.
The wolf is not gonna do anything to her.
He is still uncomfortable.
Hey, I mean, she's calmed down enough. She's extremely calmed down now.
I suppose. Your Highness, just please be careful.
How big is the wolf in comparison to Regina?
Wolves are pretty...
Well, first of all, how big is that wolf? This is a pretty sizable wolf, so it'll probably be a medium-sized creature.
I mean, yeah, it has to be a medium-sized creature, because otherwise I can't.
Yeah. And
I think that was I believe that was one of the criteria.
And medium-sized creatures can be as small as, like, I believe 4.5 feet to as tall as, like, 6 feet something inches. Please don't make it a 6 foot tall wolf.
I mean, no. I was gonna say 4.5 feet to maybe about 5 foot. It sounds about good.
Please tell me that this wolf is the exact same size as Regina.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Shadow Stalker.
This is canon now. This is canon. Shadow Stalker is 5 feet tall.
We'll make a note of it.
Oh, we're making many beautiful discoveries.
Perfect.
I only asked because I was imagining that, like, as they cuddle or whatever, that, you know how dogs do that thing where they kind of put, like, a smaller creature's head in their mouth, but they don't bite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. Maxwell is dying. He's actually dying.
No, that's. I'm gonna say that's not gonna happen because like Devora sees it about to happen. She's like, Shadow Stalker, no, don't, please don't.
Not the
Maxwell's
time.
already not Maxwell's already not too fond of you being here. Let's not make him any worse on it.
But maybe later.
Maybe next time. All right. So now you guys have the names of everybody here. We also have Regina, who is happily playing with a wolf, and Maxwell, who is not so happy with it. What are you guys going to do?
Well, first, Solis explains everyone's names at the table, just quietly.
Okay.
Comes back and lets us know.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So now everyone has this information.
Alright, so... Pardo, who to question first?
Also, are we doing this together, or are we splitting up?
Ooh, that's an excellent question.
Be able to cover a little more ground and ask a little more people if we split up.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. Also, don't forget that, like, you should probably look for clues and shit.
That too.
Yeah. It would probably be best if we start looking for clues first before we start questioning people.
Also, let Maxwell know, because I feel like it's going to be equally suspicious if we're just walking around and asking questions out of our seats.
Yeah, we should let Maxwell know before we start investigating.
Okay.
It's like, we're just gonna be investigating.
Is that just what you say from, like, your table? Just,
No.
we're gonna be investigating.
No.
Like, we'll actually get up and walk to him and tell him.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, because we're not fucking animals.
So yeah, you guys get up and you approach Maxwell. He's looking very, like, anxious and uncomfortable right now, just given everything, but especially the thing with Regina right now and a wolf. But Yeah.
Speaking of which, sorry, real quick, because this is reminded of the bow, because Shadowstalker had Devora's bow and quiver. Devora just kind of takes that off of Shadowstalker before Regina had come down.
Okay.
She's keeping her shit on her.
Okay, good. Yeah, that was a thing that I completely blanked on. Yeah, I mean, Maxwell will feel even more uncomfortable if, like, Regina, don't play around with a wolf that has a bow. It's armed.
Oh yes, because Shadowstalker knows how to use a bow and arrow. He's not that trained.
Look, Maxwell is just concerned. But you go over to him and you say that you guys want to investigate the area, and he nods, and then he's going to let you do this. It will probably be easier if you guys investigate on his behalf while he keeps an eye on the queen.
Yeah.
Right. Also, what are the guards doing at the moment?
The guards had rushed away all the people who were sick. So that's why there's not really any guards present here. So, yeah. The guards are in the building, but they're just doing other important things. Like making sure everybody who's poisoned doesn't die.
I think that now we got Maxwell's permission to investigate. We should probably do an investigation check.
Investigation roll.
Okay, what would you like to investigate?
I say we investigate the wine glasses.
Okay.
Okay.
Because that is where the poison came from.
This is true.
That is a...
You pick up the one that you threw on the ground.
Phoenix is just kind of looking at it disappointed.
I got a 10 plus 2, so that's a 12.
I think it's a 6.
Is that a 6 in total?
You know, why don't you just snap us a picture of the dice?
No, as soon as I get through this one thing, as soon as I get through it once, I will remember it for the rest of the day.
We've been doing it for a very long time.
Listen.
If the dot is by the line, then it's a 9. If it's by the round part, then it's a 6.
Okay, then it's a 9.
Okay, that's better. Do you get any pluses?
That would be a +1 because intelligence, so it would be a 10.
I got a 17 plus 1, so 18.
18? Okay. And I forgot for a second that I have to pretend to be a player. Phoenix got a 16. Okay, so all of you guys were able to, like, look over these drinks, and you find that the drinks are actually laced with a snake venom.
Oh.
However, you were also able to tell that this venom was actually too diluted to properly kill anybody.
Oh, thank goodness.
Although it's hard to say if that was intentional or not.
Nobody's gonna die. That's good.
Yeah.
Someone should probably let Regina know.
Well, I can do that. Regina?
Yes?
Me and my friends investigated the poison, and it's too diluted to kill anybody, so everyone should be okay.
Oh, thank goodness. Also, Josh, look at this big dog I found.
Yeah.
I've never seen him around before.
I think it's my best friend, and I love him.
Devora, it looks like you got some competition with the Shadowstalker.
Okay, so you've investigated the drinks. Do you guys want to look around for anything else?
Can I perform an investigation check on the room itself? Like the walls or the floor?
Okay.
The doors?
Yeah, you can do that.
Cool.
Same.
I don't see shit. That was a crit miss.
Oh, I
Match.
think what happened was that you were paying too much attention to Regina playing with your wolf, and you were just quietly like, she better not steal that dog from me.
Like, you have, like, she's a queen. She has, like, actual authority.
I can get her another wolf if she wants to. I can get her another wolf if she wants.
Just
I'm sure that won't be an issue.
I got 14 plus 2, that's a 16.
Okay.
in contrast of Debs, I got a nat 20.
You want to know what's funny about that?
Yes.
Phoenix got a nat 20 too.
Oh, snap.
So that's fun.
It's just like the time I couldn't hear shit.
All kind of amazing.
Okay. So you guys are looking around this room, and you happen to find on the floor by a table a scrap of paper, and it seems to contain an invisibility spell that has been clearly used.
Quick, we need like
Somebody
large amounts of flour. Just
Is somebody
sprinkle
gonna inform Devora about this? She does not see this note.
it's right on the table.
Well, it flew from the
Serious?
table. Like, it's somewhere on the floor.
It's on the
but-
ground.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's near the tables, though.
Solis points it out to her and probably
Okay.
even picks it up maybe and shows it to her.
Okay.
I'd like
I
to
agree- I
imagine
agree- I
that
agree.
Solis pointed, but Devora wasn't paying attention. So she had to pick it up and then put it in front of Devora's face. And that's when she's like, oh, cool.
I agree with Solis. We're gonna need lots and lots of flour.
Just sprinkle it on the floor.
Just throw it up in the air and then let everybody get covered in flour.
Okay, snake venom, invisibility spell.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Do you guys want to look around anywhere else, or?
Considering the fact that we're probably confined into this room, I think we might be done.
Maybe the throne?
Yeah, you can check out the throne.
Okie dokes.
Alright.
That's a
So-
5 plus 1, 6.
That
15
Devora's not
plus
doing
1.
very well. I think Devora
No,
is
she's not.
still really focused on the wolf thing.
that is a good
I think
thing.
she's trying to calculate like whether like she can like get Regina another wolf, or if like what will happen if like Regina really wants this one though. Like, oh shit, am I gonna deny a queen?
I got a 13 plus 2. That's a 15.
A 15? Okay.
I got a 15 plus 1, so 16.
Okay. So you guys look around the throne, and there doesn't seem to be anything suspicious around this throne, but like there are like a couple of decks of cards and like drawing pads, and clearly things meant to keep Regina preoccupied.
Aw.
No.
That's adorable.
So yeah, like nothing really unusual, just a lot of like kid little knickknacks.
Right.
There's like a slinky.
No.
It's adorable.
Yeah. Yeah, she's barely like she's an adult, but she's barely an adult. She's very much like still a child, basically.
I mean, Sam. Yes, I believe it's time we can start questioning people.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright.
All right, let's split up. I pick not my dad. Oh, did I mention that? Because I feel like at this point.
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah,
Phoenix
I
wasn't
don't
really
think-
like
Yeah, you have not mentioned to any of us that the sun elf in the room is your dad.
Yeah.
Phoenix is like, oh no, I thought the other Tefling was her dad. Oh man, I was real wrong about that.
Thank you, Phoenix. I mean, I'm not too similar looking to my dad, thankfully. But yes, Emerald Leiden is my dad. I would prefer it not to.
So I guess what your nobility or something?
Yes.
I feel like there's a long story about that I'll have to ask about later.
Oh, I'm expecting it. But long story short, I tried to leave that behind, and I guess it kind of caught up on me.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess that explains why you immediately bolted into the kitchen.
Yeah. But surprisingly, they had really great snacks back there.
Yeah, I wish we could have tried some of the food. It's just too bad that, like, everything's been soiled, what with the poison.
The food seems fine, Devora says as she points over at Lori, who's eating.
Oh, Lori. Okay. That's right. I never really did get to introduce myself to her. I think I'm going to go over there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Devora's gonna go talk to Sonia, the Tefling.
Okay. I think Phoenix will deal with, this might actually be a very bad decision on his part, but he's gonna deal with Emerald.
This is totally a bad decision.
Yeah, he's gonna deal with Emerald, so we'll see how well that works.
I knew it.
Oh gosh, that's even worse. I thought he was going for Trevor.
I feel like Josh would tag along with Phoenix just to make sure he doesn't do anything rash.
Do anything stupid.
No one talks to Trevor though. Nobody likes Trevor.
I mean, I could talk to Trevor, but I'm just a little bit nervous with Phoenix talking to Emerald.
Oh yeah.
Okay, here's a question. Everybody's still seated. How far away are Trevor and
They're seated at different tables. You could also start gathering people up.
Let's do that because
I mean, you're basically the head of this investigation right now. So
let's just gather people. Let's at least put everybody on the same table.
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, isn't that what they are already? I thought it was just like a really long table.
Yeah, I was expecting this to be a really long table. That's what I thought.
Or was it more like a wedding reception?
No, I mean, there are 2 lines of tables that are just going in same direction, but it's made up of smaller tables.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry that wasn't made clear.
No worries.
No, it's all good.
No worries. Yeah. So I guess we do.
Okay, let's get everybody on the same stretch of tables.
Yeah.
Just condense everybody into 2 tables or so. So, do you guys make this announcement just hey, everyone over there? Or
Yeah.
yeah, and at first no one's really listening to you, just who are these schmucks? But Maxwell uses his authority voice and suddenly people are moving.
Okay.
And then everyone is condensed onto 2 tables.
So do we just question them at the table, or do we take them out quietly and talk to them one-on-one?
I feel like that might be a good idea, but really it's up to you.
In the case of Phoenix and Josh, Josh has to stay over by Phoenix.
Yeah.
Just to make sure he doesn't do anything dumb. Okay, so who wants to go first?
Yeah, that's the real question. Who's going first? Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know who's on third. I mean, no, you don't have to all jump up at once. It's fine.
I was gonna suggest that everyone think of a number between 1 and 5.
Okay, you know what? Everyone roll for it.
Okay.
I was
Okay,
gonna
cool.
suggest that too.
I got 15.
Okay.
The one high roll I got out of this, I got a 19.
A 19, okay.
Nat 20.
Well, okay, so I guess it will be Solis, Devora, and then we get to deal with Josh and Phoenix.
Yep.
Phoenix got a 3, by the way, so he is last anyway.
Good, honestly. The longer that he prolongs this conversation, the more peace of mind she'll have.
The longer he prolongs this conversation with Solis' dad, the more sanity Solis keeps.
Yeah.
Basically, she's already high-strung just because she's in the same room as her father.
Yep.
But
Kinda
anyway,
surprised he
Yep, that's
hasn't
fair.
recognized her just yet.
Oh, we'll get to that. All right. So, Solis?
let's go to Lori then.
Yep.
So she walks up to Lori's seat at that particular table and motions for her to walk to the other side of the room, or just out of earshot of the other guests.
Okay. Yeah, Lori just kind of grabs a plate and starts shoving food onto it, and then she picks it up and comes with you.
Perfect.
So, some party, huh?
Yep. Didn't expect it to turn out this way.
Well, I spoke with the queen earlier and I learned your name, Lori, and it's nice to meet you. I don't think I ever introduced myself when we were out in that kitchen.
Oh, yes. I'm so sorry. I should have asked for your name.
Oh, we were both very into eating. It's fine.
Mind you, she's having this conversation as she's eating.
So she's just nodding along.
Yeah.
I'm Solis Dawnbringer.
Oh, it's wonderful to meet you, Solis.
So what brings you here to this party?
Oh, it was a formal party that I was invited to. You can't exactly say no to a queen.
True that.
I mean, honestly, though, the only good thing about this party is the food.
Not much of a wine drinker?
Not particularly, no. If they had beer, though, that would be a different story. But then again, I guess you can't really poison beer.
I like this noble.
I just got caught up on the logistics of poisoning beer. I'm like, if the weed is bad, but Solis is not going to get into beer debate.
Solis just stopped for a second and was like, wait, how could you poison beer? Anyway.
Thinking like the killer. How well do you know the queen?
Not very well, personally. I was born after, they cut themselves off.
Mm-hmm. I see.
So I've only really heard about this place through stories, but we used to run a trade line, so I guess that's why when it came time to have a party, we were invited. And then I was made to go.
How is your trade business?
It's suffered a little bit since since it was initially cut off, but we've recovered very, very well.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yep. Just still casually eating.
Of course. Yeah, she's used to the sight already.
Yeah.
How well do you know everyone else in the room?
Do you mean out of the people who are left?
Yeah, and alive. Sort of. Except that one tiefling over there.
Yeah.
He's kind of bloodied.
Doesn't look too good. Huh.
No, I think he's been eyeing the rest of the wine to, maybe finish himself off or something.
So he wants a death sentence. They probably should have taken him away.
You would think so, but I think he's just really stubborn.
Oh, also maybe suicidal, but yeah, what do I know?
Possibly. But anyway, how about anyone else in the room?
I've had conversations with a couple of people here before this party, but I don't know any of them too well. That Galen guy, I was talking with him quite a lot until he talked too much and then started annoying me. The problem is he's at every party.
Oh.
Yeah. I've also talked with that Emerald guy. Seems alright enough, but don't like talking to people. So I try not to talk to him. Or to anybody.
I can respect that. That Galen fellow, why does he always go to every party?
I don't know. I think it's just a thing he's into at this point. He's just at every party. Every party.
What's his status again?
He's a prince. So I have to deal with him.
That would make more sense if he's a prince.
Which I understand. You can't control the amount of parties you're forced to go to, and the higher up you are, the more parties you attend. But he's just always so goddamn happy about everything.
I see. Well, hopefully he's not taking any pleasure from this murder party.
I think this is the one good thing about this murder party, is that he's finally calmed the fuck down. I think this is the best party I've ever been to.
Bro.
I guess so. Well, you'll probably need to stock up on some more food because I have a feeling that we'll be here for a while longer.
Well, that's the other good thing about everyone being poisoned. There's a lot of food left over.
A very interesting yet optimistic look at things. All right.
She's still eating. This whole conversation has been between her eating.
I think that's all that I wanted to ask of you. Thank you so much for your cooperation, and please enjoy the rest of the food.
Thank you, I will. I hope the rest of this investigation thing goes well for you.
Thank you.
She goes to sit back at the table, and her plate's empty now, and so she fills it up with more food, and she keeps eating.
What a surprise.
What a twist.
So Solis just kind of slides up to Devora, and she's like, I have no doubt that she did not do this. I'm pretty sure she had a fork in her mouth the entire time. But lovely lady.
Okay, so that's one person down.
Yeah, Devora, it's your turn to talk with people.
Alright, so Devora goes over to Sonia and motions her to get out of earshot of everybody else.
Yeah, Sonia quickly gets up and follows you. In fact, she might have been getting up a little too fast because she kind of knocked into the table a little.
Oh, no.
And, she apologized to everyone and then, scurried over to Devora.
A little jumpy, aren't we?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not used to this sort of thing. This is weird. Normally when people are dying, it's because I'm killing them, and, I don't really know what to do right now. This is weird.
Well, I've seen you around before dinner started. You seemed a little jumpy back then, too. Just not used to royal parties.
Nope, not at all. My profession is a knight, so I kill things for a living. I don't normally, sit around at parties.
Yeah, that's true. I'm assuming because of the knight status, that's why you didn't partake in the wine. You were a little too paranoid something would happen?
Oh, no, well, I just don't drink, so.
Okay. Yeah, that works too.
Yeah.
How well would you happen to know the people that are left in this room?
I don't know anybody's names. I've been trying to, like, remember people's names, but I can't. I can't do it.
Relatable.
Can I do a history check? Because you said that the Tiefling Knight seemed familiar.
Yeah, you can do a history check.
Sweet.
Fingers crossed.
That is a nat 20, people!
Oh shit, suddenly all of the memories start flooding back to you. That one birthday party that you thought you forgot because you were 4, you remember that now.
Oh my god.
I'm joking.
I know, I was gonna say, that's not possible. Devora is like fucking 200. Tieflings don't live that long.
They don't. I mean, that was an unrelated memory. You just remembered it. But...
So wait, she just remembers an unrelated event to this person and then remembers everything about that person. Oh yeah, my 4.
Don't look too into my jokes, okay? Because they're bad and they don't make sense.
No, I love them.
But yeah, you remember this Tiefling now. You guys were in a little bit of a tight situation, and the two of you fought tooth and nail to get out of a cave. You barely survived. But this Tiefling Knight, like, she was doing a lot of the heavy lifting in that fight. Like, she clearly, like, she's really strong, is sort of the bottom line of that. A lot of your memories of her is really just, like, traveling with her, and, you know, she might have actually been a part of, like, a previous party of yours. But at some point, she decided that she wanted to, like, become a proper knight, and she went off and did that.
Devora just kind of suddenly snaps her fingers. She's like, holy shit, Sonia, it's been forever!
Wait, you didn't remember me?
I'm sorry, the memories come and go.
Oh, I thought we were having... Oh, okay.
No, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Okay. It's cool.
I mean, that wasn't a holy shit, I just remembered you. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting you here.
Yeah, I wasn't really expecting you to come either, but, you know, venturing stuff, you kind of get into, like, a battle royale, you end up with an invitation to a party.
Oh shit, you went to a battle royale and you didn't tell me? I would have loved that shit.
I know.
Oh man, sounds like you've been having a really great time.
Yeah, I mean, like, the thing preceding the battle royale was a little bummed out, because there's an issue going on in Neverwinter, so trying to fix that.
Oh, fuck. There's an issue going on?
Yeah, there's,
Is it an issue I can, like, punch in the face or something?
No, sadly not. It's more of an internal kind of sickness thing going on in Neverwinter.
Well, you can punch it at night.
I mean,
There's lots of things to punch at night.
I'm sorry, elf lady, are you saying something?
No, it's completely out of character.
Alright, good,
But she probably
cool.
thought it.
Cool.
I mean, I suppose
You know her?
I mean, there's things. Yeah, she's part of my current party right now.
Ah, cool.
I mean, there is shit to fight at night. I
Oh.
suppose.
Okay.
Dealt with a lot of those. Yeah, so investigation with that kind of led us here. So.
Ah, okay. So you're on, like, a quest to fix that place.
Yep.
Ah.
Quest to fix Neverwinter. Found out some new shit about myself.
Oh, what'd you find out?
You know she points over towards Galen. You know the Wood Elf Prince over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, turns out that's my brother.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're royalty then. Oh,
I know.
That's so cool. Oh god,
It
you're gonna
is.
have to keep going to these dumb parties. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I mean, hey, as long as Galen comes, I think I'll be fine.
Yeah, I guess. Man, a lot of shit's happening.
Yeah, how's being a knight?
It's good for the most part. I like the killing things part, but I don't like the having to go to these fancy parties thing. Like the noble I serve, like he's sick with the flu, so I had to go here instead, and it sucks. I hate parties. I don't get why people like coming to these things. I don't get why your brother's like super excited about it all the time. He was really nice. I like talking with him, but like he's super excited. And why though? Why?
Devora just kind of shrugs. I guess it runs in the family. Because I can get pretty excitable about shit, too.
True. But you're excitable about the things that I like. Like, fighting. We started talking about towels and he got excited. So,
Oh my goodness.
I mean, apparently having a really high thread count is supposed to be an important thing, but like, I don't, I can sleep on a rock, so like, it doesn't matter to me.
Same. Tell me about the noble you serve.
Howard Brooks. He's alright. Yeah, I mean, he's cool, I guess. He's a little bit stuck up. But, like, being a knight to him pays the bills, so, can't complain too much, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, he's not too high of a noble, but, like, he kind of oversees, like, a trading route. So, a lot of my work is just making sure that nothing fucks up the trading route, really. I think he thinks he's, like, higher than he really is. So that gets annoying. But he's just the trading route guy.
I'm going to guess that's why he was invited. Maybe he had like a old trading route with the kingdom before it closed off?
Yeah, a part of the trading route, like, goes over to the sea. I mean, we haven't used that in, like, half a century or something. So, like, I kind of been ignoring that part of my... Don't tell him! I've been ignoring that part of my job. But I guess now it's gonna be important, or at least I thought. Now everyone's poisoned, so who knows? But,
Now I think that's it.
Alright, it's cool catching up, I guess.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah. What you doing after this?
After all this, after we were gonna investigate the thing that we came here to investigate in the first place, and then we're heading back to Neverwinter to hopefully by that point we'll have been able to fix the illness that's going around in Neverwinter.
Okay. When you're done with that, like, you can hit me up and we can, like, do fun shit again.
Of course!
Yeah, I just want to, like, fight things. Like, I like fighting things on the trade and everything. It's cool, but, like, I want to fight bigger shit.
Of course.
Do you remember that one time where we, like, almost fought a dragon?
Yeah, that was wild.
That was.
It was wild and a hell of a lot of fun.
What was that dragon even doing in that castle?
No idea. I really hope it wasn't trying to do that cliche of, like, trying to, like, kidnap, like, the prince or princess of it.
I don't know. We never, like, explored that whole thing. What if we left a princess there? Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
You vaguely remember the room at the very top that you guys never got to.
So yeah, maybe when this is all over, like in 6 months or whatever, we can go back over there. We can figure out what was in that room.
God, yeah. Hopefully there was nobody stuck in there.
I mean, they'd be dead already.
Yeah.
But, like, they'd be more dead in 6 months, I guess.
Moment of silence for that room.
Yeah. Anyway, are there any other, like, questions and stuff that we're supposed to go through, or?
Nope, I've got nothing else.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I guess I'll go back to the table then.
Okay.
Cool. Later.
See ya.
And she goes over to the table and bumps into it again.
Devora goes over to Solis. Yeah, no way Sonia did it either. A little too nervous about being here at the party, and she was an old party member of mine, so I mean, no way she'd ever stoop down to poisoning a bunch of innocents.
Yeah, I feel from what you're telling me, she's more of a punching type than poison.
Yep, that too.
I mean, if she had the ability to punch everybody and kill them with a punch, I think maybe
She
that would be more the way to go.
She should really watch Fantasy One Punch Man. Really great show. Well, hello everyone. This is the voice behind your favorite cleric, as well as the editor of Toffee, Robust. We hope that you're enjoying this murder mystery so far, even though it's technically not a murder since no one's died, except nearly Phoenix. So before I get to our usual self-advertisement, I just wanted to make a little announcement. First, thank you guys so much for being so patient while waiting for this episode. Episodes have been on hiatus for a while now due to school recently starting up, and things have just been a bit crazy to say the least. So for now, we're going to be switching from bi-weekly releases to monthly releases. And this is just until I can find time to properly edit these videos and post them consistently, because right now it's really hard to balance this on top of school and work. but I will try my best to get them back to bi-weekly posts as soon as possible. So thank you again so much for your patience. And even though episodes will be on a monthly basis instead of bi-weekly, I can tell you right now that things in the plot are going to be really picking up in each episode, so be on the ready. Now that I have that out of the way, let's go back to our regularly scheduled promotion. Did you know that everyone in the show is an amazing artist? I cannot recommend their work enough, and that we often post fan art as well as other campaign content. Then please follow us on Twitter and Tumblr at TofeCast. That's TofeCast. That way you can always know when an episode comes out and where to find it. If you would like to support this podcast, then you can also check out tofecast.tumblr.com/support. From there, you can check out our official Redbubble, where we have an amazing array of t-shirts, stickers, and all other kinds of merch. Our Ko-fi page, where you can donate $3 or about the price of a coffee, as well as our recently unveiled Patreon account. If you become a patron, you'll receive monthly rewards such as early episode releases, exclusive fan art, and exclusive roles on our Discord server, which you can find a link to on our Tumblr page. So every purchase, donation, or patron subscription would help us buy better equipment and improve the show. So if you have a couple dollars to spare and want to help us out, we would really appreciate it. Alright, now let's get back to solving this mystery. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the episode. Bye!
So, Devora and Sonia came back, and now it's up to Josh and Phoenix to talk
So
to
we are
Emerald.
just leaving Trevor alone, okay.
I'm sure you guys will get back to him.
Yeah.
I mean,
We will.
it would also be a good idea to maybe question your brother at some point, but just as a formality.
Okay, so Josh just gets up. He does motion Phoenix to come with them, and he also motions Emerald to follow them.
And also, just for clarification's sake, I will be voicing Emerald because things happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, I mean,
Ooh.
Emerald is technically Robust's character, so I'm just gonna let her do that.
Okay.
That's one way of putting it.
I mean, fun is a loose term at this point, but they gesture for Emerald to come over to the side so they can have this conversation.
Hello.
Sup, Pops? We have a couple of questions for you.
Emerald just looks Phoenix immediately up and down and just, hello.
Josh is just like, oh god, this is probably pretty bad.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
immediately
just sorry
mad,
that
he's
it's
like,
the worst.
Josh is like covering his face, like, oh god.
Excuse me, Pops?
Oh, I don't mean to, like, you're Solis's dad, right?
Solis? Who is Solis?
Phoenix, maybe we should get to the questions first.
No, we can sort this out real quick.
Phoenix, no.
No, Phoenix, no. Let me.
No, I mean by all means.
Okay,
God damn it.
fuck.
I imagine like off to the side, Devora looks over to see how they're doing, even though they just started, and Josh has his hands in his face in his hands, and she's like, "Oh God."
It doesn't help that
Yeah.
Phoenix is, like, now starting to gesture over to Solis.
No.
Like,
Solis is
Yeah,
just turning her head. She's not even looking at this. She doesn't want to know. Doesn't want to know.
Phoenix, no.
She gives like
Really?
Devora gives like this "what the fuck" expression to the back of Phoenix's head, also while also glaring at him into
Wait.
the back of his head.
wait, I'm gonna roll for perception. Okay, so he got a 10, which I think is just good enough to realize that, like, oh, he's getting bad vibes from Devora, but he's already in mid-sentence and he's committed, so...
I think like Josh Cookie says is like, we can answer that question later, but first, can we ask all questions first?
All right. What is it?
I
So
was like in the middle of a sentence.
I mean, Emerald decides he already doesn't care particularly for this Tiefling, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
okay, good evening to you, sir. My name is Josh. Some party, huh?
Wait, you interrupted my conversation for small talk?
Phoenix, Now is not the time. We're trying to get to the bottom of this, okay?
Should I just come back later?
Oh, no. No, it's fine.
No, yeah, I mean, if you wanna go ahead with your stupid small talk, sure. I'll take a back seat for now.
Right. Well, this party certainly has escalated in many ways, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, it certainly took a turn. Do you come around to these type of parties often?
Well, yes, I am the head of my family, so it's often prudent for me to go off and visit many of the nobilities and royal families and just establish good relationships.
Okay, that's...
Have you been here often, though? Like this particular kingdom and this particular castle?
Well, no, I haven't been here since it last closed its gates, like about 50 years ago.
Mm.
So when it opened up for this party, of course I had to attend right away.
Okay, do you know any of the noble that came here?
Well, I see Galen, and he is often a common sight around any party, honestly. It is interesting to see him a little bit down now, just because, everyone's poisoned.
Yeah, I do imagine that will put a damper on anyone's mood.
Besides Galen, I believe I recognize that Tiefling elf from somewhere, but, anyway, Lori, she's alright, Trevor, bit nervous, and then I recognize Verona, of course. I'm assuming that you guys are her party members?
Do you mean Solis?
No, Verona.
Who's Verona?
The sun elf, in the blue dress.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we're talking about the same person. We know her by a different name.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So that's the name that she's decided to call herself as. All right.
It's the only name we need.
Last question. I was wondering why you didn't drink the wine that was poisoned. Did you have an idea of what was gonna happen?
Well, I just did it as a precaution. As you know, I am nobility of a very prestigious family. I've been to many parties such as this, and sometimes poison is kind of expected, or unexpected, depending on which one you go to. So I usually like to watch everyone take a sip first before I do it, just in case of situations like these.
Fair enough.
No, so you're familiar with this type of situation.
Well, yes.
How many poisons have you survived?
Am I at liberty to say? Is this necessary?
I think it is.
I'll say more than 5.
So I guess this is really just old hat to you then.
Well, I mean, when you live as long as I have, yes.
I have a good question. It doesn't seem like you and Solis have the best relationship anymore. I mean, she's been pretty much avoiding you this entire time. What's up with that?
Why don't you ask her yourself?
It's because I'm asking you now.
Well, from my perspective, I gave her the best life that I could possibly give her. She didn't appreciate that, and she left. And now she's off gallivanting around with this Tiefling and other party members, but that's her choice.
Do you have a problem with me being a Tiefling?
Well, if I'm being honest, I will say that I am surprised that they haven't taken you and that other Tiefling knight away yet for questioning.
Okay, I think we're done. Okay, thank you.
No, wait.
No.
So just because
let it go. Let it go.
I'm not gonna fucking let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go, Phoenix.
Is Josh going to try to push Phoenix away from this?
Yeah. Oh God.
You know what this means, right?
Fucking strength check. Oh my God.
Yep.
Okay.
Me and you.
Oh my God, that's a 16.
Oh God, you actually did it.
Yes.
He only got a 13, so you were able to successfully push him away.
It's like, nope, okay, we're getting out of here.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for answering that question. We'll be going now.
A pleasure.
Jesus.
So like Phoenix just like push Phoenix back to the table, just like
Back to the party.
He's just like, and he takes that seat.
God,
And
what
he's
a
just like,
fucking asshole.
Phoenix, let it go, okay? He.
No, I think that guy deserves a fucking punch in the face.
No, you stay right where you are.
Are you raising? Are you trying to be my dad right now? God.
If it means
If anybody's
you're
gonna be a parent, it's me and Solis!
Yeah, let your moms deal with that. Jesus.
Devora, stay out of this conversation.
Whoa, okay.
If it means that I have to step up and have to be the parent between you and me, then yes. And if it will get you to pipe down and control yourself, yes.
I'm the one that needs to control myself right now.
Solis wishes she had a glass of water.
Devora's kind of wanting one now, too.
Just hails over Axel, like, can you get us, like, real drinks?
Look, I get it. He says some pretty rude stuff, and I get that. But you have to be the big person and not try to hit anyone. Can't you at least do that, please?
You know what? Getting into a fight now will just waste time. We gotta get to the bottom of this shit.
Yeah. Thank you, Phoenix. And I'm sorry I raised my voice at you.
Yeah, the next time you do that, I will punch you.
Noted.
What was that about punching?
Yeah, just Sonia just like leans over like, I heard something about punching. I can tell you what my rates are. Phoenix is just like quietly like getting her information.
And Josh does turn over to Solis and Devora and says, so I'm pretty sure you know what happened with Emma.
Something about punching.
Yeah, there's punching involved, but other than that, not particularly.
Solis, your dad's a racist fuck. I just want to get that across.
Yeah. Oh, I'm well aware.
Yeah, that and with the question he asked him and he answered, he's not behind this either. And another thing is that he called you Verona. Was that you originally where you went to Solis?
Oh. Well, yes. After I left, I changed my name not long after becoming a cleric. It just didn't seem very relevant to me anymore.
Yeah, that's pretty fair considering your dad is a rude fuck.
Yes, but just to establish things, my past life, I was Verona Leodon, successor to the Leodon family.
Oh.
If any of y'all want to do a history check.
Everyone roll a history check.
Would Josh even know about it?
Well, let's find out.
That's why we're doing history checks here.
I got
a 5 in total.
I can't believe Phoenix got a nat 20.
History, right? That's an 18 plus
Yeah.
4. That's 22.
It always makes me so sad when I don't get history checks.
It is sad because the gimmick is supposed to be that you know everybody.
Well, who knows? Maybe you know some of the relatives.
That is a possibility. With a 5, like you remember their cat.
It was
Oh,
a cute cat.
friskers.
The funny thing is, like, I don't necessarily have all of this information, so I think Solis, I think actually, Robust, you're gonna have to be DM for a quick second as you tell us what we've learned from our good-ass rolls.
All right, everybody, roll for initiative.
You learned too much,
fighting,
now
okay.
you must die. So I think I'll leave it up to you to dispense what the information it is that we've learned.
All right, so the Leodon family is a centuries-long line of sun elves, very prestigious. They've had a slow rise in power. They're a very well-known family, I would like to say, throughout Faerun. I'm guessing that's what this land is called.
This
I don't
little
remember.
continent of Faerun.
The
I
whole
don't think we
continent?
established what in this. I was saying in this continent because I don't know exactly where we are. But
Right.
Well, I made it up,
this
so that
this
doesn't help
island.
things.
I'm just going to say Faerun as like a whole general, like, world. thing.
I think I called this place Evermore.
Evermore?
Yeah,
Okay.
the map is actually titled Evermeet.
Evermeet, there you go.
Okay. So
That is also a real place. Like, I took a lot of these names for my
Cool.
fantasy world from the map that the Wizards of the Coast posted. So, like, this is a place.
all right. So, okay. So in the world of Evermeet, they're a fairly well-known family. Their family branches out in various reaches of nobility, and they handle many things such as trade, diplomacy. Some are even war generals, things like that. Once again, they've been here for centuries, so they've had lots of time just getting into all of the nooks and crannies of royalty and nobility and just staking their claims and rising to power.
Okay. Yeah, it's very significant then that Solis is a part of this long lineage.
Yep.
Yep, oh shit.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Oh, and I will add, as Phoenix likes to put it, he is a racist, and a lot of her family is like that too.
Oh.
They're sun elves, they're very snooty, and they think that basically elves, and particularly sun elves, are better.
Yeah.
I mean, no surprise there.
So, Phoenix is associated to these people just by knowing that they're the royal fucking racists. Great. I think Phoenix's comment is really just gonna be, I can't believe that you, Solis, a pretty decent person, came from all these awful pieces of shit.
Well, there was a reason I left. Well, among other things, but I guess that's a story for another day. But anyway, the fact of the matter is, there's still a possible murder on the loose, so we should get back on that.
We
Yeah.
got like 2 other people to question. As much as she doesn't want to believe, like Devora doesn't want to believe Galen did this. She's like very much like, there's no way he did this. I'm pretty sure he was like chatting with everybody, like during the
so
entire
yeah.
party. But we still got to question him as a formality.
Yeah.
Yep. So who wants to question Galen and who wants to question Trevor? What a really great fantasy name I made up for him. Trevor.
Well, Holloway was a pretty good last name.
Holloway was.
I'm just glad that I'm no longer voicing Emerald.
Yeah.
It's over. The nightmare scenario's over.
I was like, how rude do I have to be? And the answer was pretty rude.
I think you did pretty good.
Thank goodness that Josh managed to like push Phoenix away before anything bad could happen.
yeah. Thank God he passed that strength check.
Oh, thank goodness.
Thank goodness. And I'm pretty sure Emerald is just like raising an eyebrow as Josh is just pushing Phoenix away.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Without a doubt. I'm also assuming that he has returned to the table
Yeah.
and is just sitting with everyone as
Yeah.
far away from the Teflings as possible.
Yep, and also I'm pretty sure everyone can just hear the commotion that's going on at the table.
Yeah.
So he's just kind of shaking his head like, oh, what has my daughter gotten into?
Ah, my poor fool of a daughter.
Well, fuck you too, buddy.
Right?
that was out
Well,
of character.
fuck
by the
you.
way.
No, it's all
Yeah.
in character. As Josh is walking away from the table, just flipping him off. All right, yeah. So who's gonna talk with Galen, and who's gonna talk with Trevor?
I feel like Devora should talk to Galen.
All right.
Okay.
Are you sure? Because of the whole sibling thing?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you don't
I
think
guess...
you're gonna be suddenly biased with this person that you met like 20 minutes ago?
Oh, yeah. I guess Josh could talk to Galen.
Okay.
Solis could accompany you,
Okay, yeah.
because I'm pretty sure she wants to get away from the tension.
Yeah.
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 All right. So, I guess we'll deal with Galen first.
Okay. Is it just me or is Solis with me?
Yeah, it's you two. You
Solis
guys
is
are
coming.
gonna tag team.
Okay, so Josh does take a breather, trying to calm down from the talk with Emerald. Then he gets up and he motions both Solis and Galen to follow him for questioning.
Yep, and Galen follows.
Um,
I suppose it's my turn now?
Yes, it's your turn to voice the thing.
yes.
I mean, that was Galen asking, but also yes. Now I get to do voices. I can do Galen only because he's a very simple character to do. I have it written down here that like he's a polite and sweet young man, and I can do that.
Yeah, because I wrote it.
Yes, it is your turn for a question. First off, let me introduce myself. My name is Josh, and this is Solis.
Hello.
We did want to ask you a few questions about what's going on.
Okay. Can I ask a question first?
Sure.
You're friends of my sister, right?
Your sister?
Your sister?
Oh, Devora.
Oh.
Oh.
I wasn't even aware that she had a sibling.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think she was aware until, like half hour ago? Maybe an hour?
Oh?
Never had the chance to say it yet either, because sitting down for dinner and then the poisoning happened, and yeah.
That's interesting.
How did that happen?
It's a really long story about the fact that my sister's been missing all of her life, and I've been trying. It's been my life mission to go and find her, and I sort of found her here.
Okay.
So from the people that we questioned, they all said that like you've been to nearly every single party.
Oh, absolutely. I'm a prince, so I get invited to many of royal gatherings, and I have to attend.
Okay. Do you know anyone else? Do you know any of the nobles out here? I'm pretty sure you do, but I wanted to ask.
Yeah, I do know quite a handful of people here. I've met Emerald before. Not always the most pleasant to talk to, but I have met him.
Oh, do I know it? Sorry, continue.
Yeah, there was some sort of commotion when you went to talk with him. A lot of raising voices. I try not to listen too much, but
Sorry about that.
yeah, I mean, he can be a little bit difficult to talk to sometimes. There is also the knight. I've seen her at one or two other parties, but she doesn't come very often. She's usually just like there on behalf of like her noble, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I like talking to her, but she doesn't really talk all that much, unfortunately. I've seen Lori around, and she's wonderful to talk to. She's my favorite. We can talk for hours and hours.
Oh.
Absolutely wonderful. I don't know the Trevor guy too well though. I think he's a scholar. This might be like one of his first times coming to a party like this, but he seems nice enough.
I see.
Yeah, I don't know too many of the people who live here in this kingdom though. This kingdom's been like kind of cut off from everybody for a while. But I'm slowly learning people's names. The queen is lovely to chat with. But I think maybe I was talking a little too long because at some point Maxwell had to brush me away.
Well, at least you were able to enjoy the festivities before the whole wine thing happened.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. I was having a really good time, and then, people started getting poisoned.
Yeah. Did you have any idea of what was going to happen with the wine?
No, actually, it was Devora that like shot me a look, and then I decided not to drink.
Oh, okay.
Which is really unfortunate. I mean, the wine looked really great, but I mean, it was poisoned, so.
Yeah.
If I hadn't known, I probably would have had the whole cup. That would actually been really bad.
Yeah, it definitely would have. Okay, I don't have any other questions left. Solis, do you have any questions left?
How familiar are you with the queen and the royal family here?
Oh, not very familiar. The thing is, like, this place has been, like, closed off for a good 50 years. Prior to that, I think Queen Regina was just, like, a little egg. So, I didn't get to know her too well.
I remember that too.
Mm-hmm.
She was adorable, wasn't she?
She was. They had the cutest freckles on her shell.
I know. And, like, she had, like, a couple, like, she was surrounded by her other siblings, and they're always, like, a little pod together. It was really cute.
I know.
Yeah, so, I mean, I remember that, and I used to have some conversations with the royalty prior, but, I mean, considering the situation now, all of that doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah. I think that's it for our questions.
Okay. Well, I hope this has been helpful.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely been helpful to us. Thank you for cooperating.
Absolutely. All right, I think I'm gonna sit back with everybody else, but if you need to ask me any more questions, feel free to do so.
All right, thank you.
All right, and he goes off to sit with everybody else. I'd like to imagine that because everyone is like getting up and like shuffling around a bit, Emerald has accidentally found himself next to Sonia. And Sonia has no idea that like this guy does not like her.
No.
Well, I mean, he can keep a facade, so he's calm on the outside, but inside he's just like, ugh.
But she's like quietly like rambling about how like, oh, this is making her really uncomfortable, and like she just wants to go home or like at least be allowed to punch whoever did this in the face, like. And he just has to sit there and listen to this poor woman's rambling. All right, and now last but not least is Trevor.
I guess Devora will go and talk to Trevor.
Cool. Should Phoenix accompany you? Would you like Phoenix to come?
Sure.
Okay, this can only end so well, but
This can only end so well considering the last time he talked to somebody.
Yeah.
Let's hopefully this will help calm him down.
Hopefully, that's what Phoenix is aiming for. But
Same with Devora.
He's probably still irritated at Josh, so
probably a little, yeah.
It's probably like a 50-50 chance things will actually work out this time.
We'll see. Phoenix just kind of like gestures for Trevor to come with them to the super secret whispering chambers, which I imagine is just like behind the throne. They don't really go that far. So Trevor just kind of like comes along, kind of slowly and nervously, but he comes along anyway. And it's just like, okay, so this is the questioning part, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
So, first of all, introductions. My name is Devora. This is Phoenix.
So, and Trevor just kind of nods and like, I'm Trevor Holloway. It's nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you as well. First of all, any reason you didn't drink the wine? Just not a big fan of it? Figured something would happen?
Not a big fan.
Second, how well do you know the remaining nobility in this room?
Well, I mean, I was talking with a couple of people here at the party. I think I know the person I was talking to the most was like Galen, I guess, but talking is maybe a strong word. He did most of the talking. Outside of that, I don't really know that many people here.
Okay, any particular reason you were invited? Because, I mean, nobility, it's not too, it's common to see them at parties like this. Sonia's here because she's on behalf of her noble, so that makes sense. It would make sense for a knight or two to be here, but a scholar?
Well, I just, there was actually a little bit of a raffle to see who would get this ticket, this, invitation, and, I won. And I've always been really fascinated with, this kingdom, so I decided, why not, I guess.
That raffle bit's really kind of throwing her off.
I mean, I don't mean to pry or anything, but I don't think you guys are nobility, right? How did you get here?
Well, I mean...
Through an equally baffling thing.
Well, you're not entirely wrong on that, but, we're on a bit of a larger quest, and within that, getting to the goal of that quest, we kind of came upon an invitation here. I don't know how the original recipient got it, but she gave it to us for helping her with something.
Okay.
Because we needed to come here as part of our larger quest anyway, and this was the only way to get here.
Okay, I mean, I guess that's fair enough.
Tell me a little bit more about this raffle, because, I mean, I know we got ours from somebody, but raffling off an invitation to a queen's birthday party?
I think what happened was that someone, like, intercepted an invitation and then decided, I'm gonna sell it, but, like, at a raffle thing. So a lot of us paid real good money to even have the chance to get the ticket, and then I had to pay, like, even more money once I won it. So yeah, that's just really how that worked. I think I spent like 500 gold pieces to get this. It was a lot.
So you are a scholar. What exactly do you study?
Well, I kind of study a little bits of everything, but mostly, I was studying the relationship between this kingdom and Finback, where I'm from. You know, just kind of gathering everything for like a history book. When I found out that this kingdom was opening itself up again, like, of course, I had to find a way to get here, you know, for the book.
Let's see.
History check?
I mean, if you want to do a history check, you can. What are you trying to history in here?
Just the history between Finback and Kingdom of the Falling Stars.
Okay,
These
cool.
names are much longer in comparison.
It's a 7 plus 1, that's an 8, so...
Ooh, you remember shit. You remember that Finback is a place. It's like an island off of your island. It's an island off of the fucking fantasy Australia. I think that's what I compared this place to before.
Yes, you did. You absolutely did.
Yeah, so Phoenix rolled a 15, though, in total. So he actually has a clue. And he shares this information with you that Finback used to be like this. It used to be very prosperous. I think I'm not saying that word correctly, but prosperous. But once the Kingdom of Fallen Stars kind of cut off its trade, the economy over there basically crashed.
Yipes.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So they've been roughing it. They've like lately been having a little bit of a comeback, but it's obviously like a long way to go.
Yeah.
So Phoenix gives you that information. He just kind of like leans over and whispers it in your ear, just like, hey, that's what that place is about.
I think I'm out of questions. Phoenix, you got any?
No, not off the top of my head. Alright, yeah. Go back to your seat, Trevor.
Shoo.
Trevor looks like kind of a little offended, but like he does it, so how offended can you be? Okay, so everybody's back at the table.
This is a conundrum, because it seems like none of these people have done it.
Mm-hmm.
Suspicious.
And there was that invisibility spell.
That was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming our party is gathered back up, kind of
Yeah.
out of earshot from the table.
I would assume so.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Is Regina with us too?
Regina's been playing with this wolf the entire time,
Yeah.
and she has not paid a single attention to anything ever since she saw that wolf. You look over and you see that, like, one of the party hats that was on the table, she put it on the wolf. It's a party wolf now. And she's, like, showing this to Maxwell, and he's just, like, clearly just, like, nodding along, like, yes, Regina, it looks lovely. He looks like a tired father.
I love this. This is amazing. Okay, so I don't think Trevor did it. He's a little too nervous to even think about doing something like this. Plus, he's a scholar, and this is his first party. I don't think he was expecting anything like this to happen, much less plan anything. So now we've come to an issue. I don't think anybody here's done it.
Yeah.
Well, it has to be somebody here. I mean, this is a pretty closed environment, unless, like, somebody poisoned themselves or something.
I don't think so.
I don't think I don't think they would do something like that though.
Probably not. I mean, I don't think anybody here is really looking for a suicide attempt.
Yeah.
I think we might have an extra person on our hands. Remember that invisibility spell?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was considering that too.
Yeah. I mean,
Hey, Josh, would you know anything else about, like, a spell like that?
Arcana. Or, yeah, it would either be Arcana
Yeah,
or
would
History.
you like to do an Arcana check?
Yeah, I'll do that.
But dude,
Arcana
please do
check. That's a nat 20.
Oh shit!
Woo!
You know everything about invisibility spells that are written down on scrolls. So, you decide to look over this piece of parchment once again, something that it becomes immediately apparent to you as this invisibility spell is good for like 10 minutes, but that's it.
Oh, is that all I know about it?
You know that much. You know that whoever used this spell was, they probably have some working knowledge of magic, but aren't necessarily like a wizard. Like these are like your cheat sheets sort of type of spells. Anybody can use it, but you know that somebody with working magic would probably have to pull something like this off.
Yeah. Okay. Whoever did this, they do have to have some knowledge with magic to pull this off. You're not a wizard.
Solis, would you happen to know if your dad has that's kind of...
Please tell me your dad did it.
This invisibility spell is only good for 10 minutes. It should be enough time to like pour poison in everyone's cup.
And as for my father, as much as you and I would both love to see him locked away, I don't think he would do something, to be fair, this sloppy.
Hey Solis, would it be okay if I like punched your dad once all of this is over? Like, even if he doesn't do it, like...
You would kind of be putting yourself on a blacklist as soon as you did.
It'd be worth it.
I'm
dying anyway.
I would recommend it, Notes.
Hey, we're fixing that, remember?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I've been poisoned twice.
Well, if you ever do get the chance, I would really appreciate it.
Cool. But yeah, we gotta figure this out. So, everybody was poisoned with snake venom, but it was really diluted. There was a used invisibility spell. Would anybody have like a motive to do this?
The most common factor between all of these people is that they were all here because they were traders or worked with trade with this kingdom.
Yeah.
Any one of them. They could have been angry that the kingdom was closed off so suddenly for all those years ago.
So like Trevor with the kingdom of Finback.
I mean, Finback was basically fucked over once this kingdom sort of closed its borders.
Yeah.
And being a scholar, you would have access to magic scrolls like this pretty easily, I would say. There is also the fact that for whatever reason, the invitation that Trevor got, it was auctioned off. Not auctioned off, raffled off.
Raffled, auction, kind of same thing.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, in that case, yes, because money was spent. Lots of money was spent.
That is true.
I mean, he claims that he spent like a shit ton of money to get here, but he also said that this was a stolen invitation. That it was stolen and then raffled off. So maybe he just stole it.
But there was also Sonia's noble who isn't even here.
She said he came down with the flu.
I mean, that is a pretty weak excuse, but...
Yeah.
I mean, do you think she could really be the one who did this? She seems a little jumpy.
No. Poison isn't Sonia's thing. She punches.
I mean, I got her card.
She hits.
Yeah, I got her card. It doesn't even say that she's a knight. It just says a puncher.
Yeah, that's Sonia. So
It's a
no,
punch card.
You know, incidentally, you can punch little holes in it, and like if you hire her for like 10 punches, you get the 11th one free. So yeah.
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
But yeah, no, poison is not Sonia's thing, and she would never put innocent lives on the line like this. I know this might end up making me sound a lot biased, but I did travel with her for a while, so I know her style, and when I talk to her, she has not changed one bit.
Okay.
Alright.
Well, what about the Lori, that halfling?
I feel like they look back over to her, she's still eating.
Yup. In fact, you notice that half of the table's food is gone, and you suspect that it was her.
Where does it all go?
This is the real mystery here. Forget the murder
Honestly,
mystery.
I don't
That's
think
the real conundrum.
I honestly think she was too preoccupied with the food to even get up and poison everyone unless she was eating with one hand.
Because, not even the guests who are still here have even touched their food, probably out of fear that it was poisoned too, and, she's been stuffing her face.
Well, unless she knew that the food definitely wasn't poisoned and only the drinks were.
Well, she's more of a beer person than a wine person.
I mean, she doesn't seem to be too fazed by any of this. She's literally been eating this entire time.
I think that's just her thing.
Do you just, like, snack with somebody once and suddenly, like, they've earned your, like, respect and...
Hey, Phoenix, maybe people eat to cope.
And maybe I drink to cope, but I'm not allowed to drink anymore this alcohol, so...
Because the wine is fucking poisoned! Why would you even do that? Speaking of which, how did you not see my look that I shot you? Were you not even doing the toast?
I was... Look, I don't have to answer that. The Fifth Amendment says I don't have to.
Dude!
What? There was a drink there, and I wanted it.
Okay, after all this, we gotta sign you up for AA.
Look, I don't have a problem. I can stop whenever I want.
You're supposed to toast!
Uh-huh, sure.
I mean, it is a party.
I made a half
you're
gesture.
supposed to do the whole fucking toast. That was in Solis's lessons that we spent an entire month on!
Honestly, I was surprised that he even lasted this long with the lessons.
Wow, thanks, guys. Oh, people are dying,
You
by the way.
almost punched my father.
You say that like that's a bad thing.
I mean, it could have gone worse if you pissed them off.
Yeah, they might have arrested you for questioning or something.
I can't believe that, like, your dad's talking shit and I decide, like, oh, you know, I'm gonna take matters into my own hands and suddenly I'm the bad guy.
He's still nobility. You don't just punch nobility.
Have you tried?
I mean, no, but still, touching a nobility, you can't expect to get away with that.
Hey, I thought we were supposed to be, like, solving a fucking murder mystery here. Can we get off my case?
Let's get back to the murder.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Tales of Familial Eternity. The music in this episode featured songs from Ross Bugden, Kevin MacLeod, and Chris Zabrysk. Additional songs from YouTube's audio library and Tabletop Audio. Links are available in the description. If you like this episode, please leave a comment or message and tell us what you think. And if you would like to learn more about the characters as well as the campaign, please go to TofeCast at both Twitter and Tumblr for more information.